If you've been watching our videos, you know I have a soft spot in my heart for some good beer. But if you know me personally, you know I have an even bigger soft spot in my heart for South Huntington Beach. So what happens when you marry the two together? You get a spot like this, Matter of Craft. Let's sit down with the owner, Jim, and find out more about Matter of Craft and what makes it the community's local hotspot. World famous Huntington Beach is a truly unique city filled with tons of great places to grab a bite to eat. We're here to help you find your next favorite spot. Welcome to Hungry in Huntington Beach. All right, so why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody where we're at today.
Hello, my name is Jim Pilkington, and I'm one of the owners of Matter of Craft Bottle Shop, Taproom, and Scratch Kitchen here in Huntington Beach, California.
So you mentioned that you're one of the owners. Maybe tell everybody who you're in business with and how you guys came to form this group of restaurateurs.
Sure. Well, there's three of us on the ownership team, Jim Perkins, Tom Briggs, and myself, and we're all Huntington Beach guys. Tom grew up here, and Jim and I have been in Huntington Beach for well over 20 years, and we all met through our kids' soccer, actually, so that's why you hear references to the three soccer dads. We kind of shared our affinity for craft beer and great food when we were watching our kids play soccer, and the rest is history, and we turned our passion and something that we immensely enjoy into an actual business.
You guys opened a couple weeks before COVID, and whereas most restaurants couldn't survive that even after being well established, here you are on the other side of that thriving, and I can't imagine how difficult that was being new to the market. So maybe let everybody know, how that was for you guys and how you were able to survive.
Well, I can tell you firsthand that it was a shock. 2.5 weeks after we opened, having to shut down, and we pivoted and we started doing delivery. We started doing tons of takeout and barely had an opportunity to get our name out there in that short 2.5 weeks before the COVID closures. And so again, we had and have a great staff. We're flexible, and we were very fortunate to open in a very, very supportive community. Huntington Beach is absolutely great. And the residents of Huntington Beach and surrounding areas actually helped sustain us during that time. We feel very fortunate to be here today, but we have Huntington Beach to thank for it.
So it sounds like it was really kind of like saying, oh crap, let's put our heads together and get creative and kind of figure out how to navigate this unprecedented time. And luckily, like I said, you've made it out the other side. So now that we are quote unquote post-COVID, how's it been for you?
It's been great. It's been great. I think what brings people back here time and time again is the fact that, we're a scratch kitchen. We take a ton of pride in our food. We make our own sauces, dressings. We make our own dough here. We make our own sausage and meatballs. All the veggies here are chopped and sliced and diced fresh. We got a great craft beer selection, both on tap and in bottles and cans. We have a great wine list, and then we also do craft cocktails. So really offering, great service in a great casual atmosphere like this, and having great food is what keeps people coming back.
How would you describe it in like an elevator pitch, a very brief description of what is Matter of Craft?
We are a neighborhood place. We're super casual, we're family friendly, and we've basically got something for everyone. Close to the beach, and we love our locals, but we also love having people from out of the area come in and visit, and we're close to all the beach hotels here, so we do a good business with visitors as well. So the highest quality food, beer, wine, cocktails in a family-friendly atmosphere.
So the first thing that caught my eye was the amazing endless array of canned beers and other canned alcoholic beverages. It was like walking into a craft beer heaven. Maybe talk to the viewers on what they can expect upon the first couple steps in when they see those coolers.
I would love to describe our place as Matter of Craft as craft beer heaven. We have a terrific selection of craft beers, hard seltzers, hard ciders, hard kombuchas, and some non-alcoholic beverages in our coolers. And stock constantly rotates. We're constantly bringing in new beers. And again, that's the first thing you see when you walk in, as you mentioned. So we want people to be able to try new beers, and that's why we do 6-packs to go, or you can enjoy the beers here. And we want people to be able to experience new beers from both SoCal and the surrounding states, but also other parts of the country. So we really want to help people enjoy craft beer. So whether you're an experienced craft beer drinker or you're new to the craft beer game, there's something for everyone, and we're here to help. We also offer craft cocktails, whole spectrum of cocktails, and we keep a solid, strong wine list because we have a lot of wine drinkers that come in. So we really want to cover all bases with the beverage selections, and we always like to say that, we want our customers to be able to come in and enjoy a high quality cocktail like you would expect from a high-end restaurant or a chop house, but you can come to Matter of Craft in your board shorts and flip-flops and enjoy that level of quality of a cocktail right here at our place.
What can you tell the viewers about what we're looking at when we're looking past the bartender, behind the bar?
You'll notice behind the bar there what appears to be mosaic tile artworks. Those are actually beer bottle caps that were individually painted and hot glued onto those boards by a local artist named Brandy Collins. Again, she's from right here in Huntington Beach and does amazing work. She also did this mural behind us. And if you look up a little bit behind the bar, it's my beer can collection from when I was a kid.
That's super
back
rad.
in the 70s, beer can collecting was a thing, and in some areas still is. And so we were looking for something to put up there that would be unique, and I had my dad from New York ship out my entire beer can collection, pick the favorite beer cans from 60s, 70s, and a few even from the 80s, and those are on display here. So that is not some prop that we purchased. Those are my actual beer cans that I collected when I was a teenager.
That's part of what we look at for when we're picking restaurants to highlight is not only great restaurants that serve great food and great beer, but also that have a very unique story and are very authentic and community-based. So what you talked about really speaks to the authenticity of Matter of Craft and the thought and curation that came about when you were decorating it. Why'd you choose Huntington Beach, and specifically this part of Huntington Beach, to open your dream restaurant, Matter of Craft?
It turns out that this was the ideal location because we're close to the beach. With some of the events for sports teams and school fundraisers that we do, we're kind of right in that sweet spot that it's not too far for people north of Maine and in the downtown area, and it's also close for people that are in the south part of town. So we feel like we're fortunate to be in a really central location here in Huntington.
I agree with that. 100%. One of the big pieces to the puzzle, and something I can tell you put a great emphasis on, is the food. So I walked in here, I looked at the menu, and it really spoke to me that there is something for everybody. Maybe you could tell the viewers the types of food you guys serve and maybe what some of the crowd favorites are?
Sure. Pizzas are the star of the show here, but we also have great burgers, great sandwiches, and we do share plates and have some great salads. So there really is something for everyone. We take all of our food very seriously, especially the pizza. I'm a little bit of a pizza snob being from New York, and people do love our Neapolitan style and New York style pizza.
It's amazing.
All right, coming from New York, this pizza actually not only sizes up very well, it actually would be considered one of the better slices in New York. And me and my wife, we come here multiple times a week, family parties, and honestly, it's some of the best food here in Huntington.
Maybe go into the ways you are engaging and providing value to the community that you serve?
Sure. We do a lot of fundraisers, give back nights for schools, for charitable organizations, for sports teams, and we really enjoy that. We look for every opportunity we can find to engage with the community and give back to some of these very worthy causes, and especially like the kids' sports, because that's what brought us all together, and that was kind of the foundation. Our daughters playing soccer together, the foundation that Matter of Craft and the whole concept is built on. So,
what would you say has been the most challenging aspect of running Matter of Craft?
Well, the restaurant business is indeed challenging, not for the faint of heart. The economy has a direct impact on business. Everything is more expensive these days, and it impacts the restaurant industry. It is challenging, but what we do and what we focus on is our customers and having a great atmosphere, great food, great drinks, and just being a welcoming, comfortable, casual place. And that honestly for us is the recipe for success. And I feel like that's why we're still here, because we focus on those things and our customers.
What maybe you thought was going to be challenging and it's not, or something that was a pleasant surprise? You're like, oh wow, I never thought I'd get this level of fulfillment, and here I am.
It really is very fulfilling and rewarding for us to know that we're doing a bunch of good things that people really appreciate and like, and that's what keeps our customers coming back.
So it's been amazing to get to know you, the story behind Matter of Craft and what makes it truly unique. And in typical Hungry and Huntington Beach fashion, we like to end it by giving you the floor, letting you address our viewers directly, letting them know where they can find you and what they can expect.
Thanks. So we're located here at Beach and Atlanta in the Beach Promenade Shopping Center, right in the heart of beautiful Huntington Beach. We'd love for you to come on in and try some of our scratch dishes, some of our great craft beers, craft cocktails, and wines that we offer. We're family friendly, and we just have a relaxed beach vibe here. So you can find us online at www.matter-of-craft.com or on Instagram at Matter of Craft HB, and we're also on Facebook. So we invite you down, come check us out. And Mark, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thanks for having us, and cheers, and to many years of success.
Cheers, thank you so much. Cheers,
Catch you guys
everybody.
next time.